Good evening, everyone. Well, actually, good morning. Ray the Dashing Womble here. Blimey, this flipping shirt done up, brighten things up around here. Hang on. Oh. Gotta have a light on, haven't I? Jeez. Must adjust the light. There we go. So move it around a little bit. Anyhow, yes, Ray the Dashing Womble here. Hope everyone had a great time yesterday, or whenever you finish your shift. It's actually 1 o'clock in the morning here, Sunday morning. Just got home. Work was still going on, but I just had to leave it. It was a crazy shift. Anyway, like I said, I hope everyone had a great, all the drivers, etc., had a great shift yesterday. Hopefully you made several dollars and made enough to pay the bills and the car and whatever else you need the monies for. And yeah, hopefully as customers you got all your food delivered as you wanted. And it was all cooked to perfection. Not that that's the driver's fault if you can get there don't get there uncooked or whatever. Anyway, first of all, I said I was going to do this. I did a delivery to St. Luke's East last night, as it is now. I'm going to keep. Geez, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Good grief, where did the time fly? Anyway, done a delivery to St. Luke's East to a young lady called Kathryn. Very nice young lady, young nurse there. And yeah, it was great meeting you, Kathryn. It was definitely a fun chat. A brief chat, I'm sure. I'm sorry about that, but had to move on. But yeah, and you know what, anyone watching, big thank you to all the nurses at St. Luke's East. They work very hard to keep us all, trying to keep us all healthy. And my wife's been in St. Luke's East a couple of times this year. In the last within the last 3 months, she's been in and out of there. And they've taken care of her very, very well. I mean, if there's any of a hospital that you have to go into, St. Luke's is going to be the one. St. Luke's East in Lee's Summit. So anyway, thank you to everyone there. I'm not sure which department you worked in at the hospital there, Kathryn, but thank you again. And it was great meeting you. And yeah, so hopefully our paths will cross again some other time. I'm always in and out the hospital, not just for taking my wife there, but certainly do a lot of deliveries there. And if I see it pop up on the screen that it's going to the hospital, I'll generally do what I can to get it over to you. Pretty much getting to know that hospital like the back of my hand now. But anyway, alright, anyway, thank you again, Kathryn, and hope that you had a wonderful evening, and hopefully your shift went very well and you're able to go home and have a nice rest. And the food, hopefully the food was what you wanted to. Well, hopefully it was delivered and tasted well. Thanks again. Alright, well, I've got to say, yesterday, we went, started late yesterday, about nearly 6 o'clock, it was when we started, maybe about 5:45ish. Left the house late, had a few things to do at home. And anyway, oh darn it me, and it was, went over to Giacomo's. Anyone you in the Lee's Summit area not been over there, go to Giacomo's. Pretty darn good food actually. Only a small little family business over there on Colburn Road. Give them a go. They're only open a few days a week though. I think they're only open maybe Tuesday or Wednesday to Sunday. Anyhow, good food. Chicken tenders and chips is what I had, or fries, whatever you want to call them. My wife had been made sure to get herself a cheesecake or whatever it was, and she's run off indoors and enjoying that, no doubt. So yeah, you know, as soon as we got started tonight, or last night rather, excuse me, got a great order from the start. I mean, there was a couple ones that came in and, you know, usual. But, yeah, picked up one from the mint, first one. And, you know, Giacomo's isn't too far from there, so we was able to come straight in and do that. And picked that up, and that went off down to the Longview campus around down there. And it was going to some flats down there which I really wouldn't normally take, as you all know that watch this. I don't like to do the apartments or flats because the old knee don't like it too much, doing all them steps. But I delivered to them down there a week or so ago, and the ones at the end of the row row of flats down there seem to have lifts in them, or elevators, whatever you call them here. And so yeah, I'm going to deliver there, and plus they were paying quite well. So yeah, hell, straight off the bat. And then I came out of there, and another order comes in from DoorDash. Oh, actually, that was the DoorDash down there. I kept thinking, I thought it was an Uber one, but anyway, it weren't. And yeah, and that one was from Jack Stack, and it was like just under $14. I think 13 something or other. I mean, well, I'm heading that way. That's where I'm going to pick up from. I see where it's going. Yeah, I'll pick it up. Got up to Jack Stack, and it was. They've got a new way of doing things over at Jack Stack now. It still says on their app when you get up there to go up to the white tent. Well, there ain't no white tent now no more. I don't know if they're ever going to put the white tent back up again, but anyway. Got up there, this kid came up who was wanders around and talks to asks everyone who they're there for. Anyway, he come up, and my wife actually told him the name who we were there for. It was a catering order. I took a picture of the bag. I don't know why I have to do that every bloody time. Bought the bloody thing off of DoorDash. They should flipping have a record of it and stop pestering me about it. Anyhow, so he came up to her window, and I just said, "This is who it's for." But he never came back. It's like he was running around dealing with everybody there. Finally, I just walked up there because I realised that the food orders were actually coming from they got it all outside their buildings. Let's turn this off because we know this is going to drive me nuts. And so anyway, yeah, they had the counter all set up in their courtyard thing, and they had shelves in the back. Whatever they used to have in the tent is now ripping in this part of the courtyard. And they had all the bags up there. Anyway, I go up there, and that kid comes up to me again, and I said, "Any news on this one?" And he went back in, and he says, "Oh yeah," he says, "they were still bagging it up or whatever, or still finishing." All right, fine. They're normally good there, so I don't want to flipping cause any hassle there. It's normally an easy pickup. But anyhow, like I said, it was like a 13 and a half, something like $5 order. It was enough. It was only going like 4.5, 5 miles. It wasn't going far at all. And it was a very easy delivery. Like, I mean, I knew the road it was going to. So, anyhow, got that in the van. It was bloody big. Oh, it was heavy. I couldn't. There was two bags, and they were heavy. One was much heavier than the other. God, it was. I think they needed to put it in 3 bags rather than in 2. But anyway, and it was a bit of a strain on that bag. You really wouldn't want to go any more on it, that's for sure. But I put it in the catering bag, and there was only room for this one, and that's a big bag. So anyway, luckily we have more bags, of course, insulated bags. So I put it in there because you don't want to deliver it to someone cold. And they'd spent a lot of money on their food. I saw how much they spent on their food. Anyway, so, we had it in another bag and went off to the customer. And he came out of his door as I was, he was up some steps and that. And I wish DoorDash... Alright, I'll shut up a minute, right? I'll come to that last bit, right? So, anyway, the geezer comes out and... Nice big bloke. And, he just come out of his door, he stood up the top of the steps and that. And then he saw how much I was taking up there, so he came down a little bit and he was taking some of the... He's taking the bags, and I said to him, "Oh, blimey, you've got to be really careful with this one, mate. This one's well heavy." I took it actually in the catering bag because I didn't want it spilling out, dripping everywhere. I didn't want to put any more strain on that bag. That was kind of ridiculous how much weight they put in that one bag. But he was like, I said to him, the first one's dripping heavy, mate, but this next one, woof. Do you need help putting it in, etc.? Do you need help with the door? No, he was fine. Real nice bloke. He was asked me how I was doing for the night and that. It's this dipstick neighbour again. He ain't fallen off his bike yet. Oh, that's a pity, isn't it? Anyway, he gets his food and goes on in, thanked him and that. Wished him that well and said, "Hope your meal was been nice and everything for you." Obviously, it weren't all for him. Would I hope not. Anyway, there was an awful lot of it. Anyway, so I got back down to the van and pulled off his driveway and it, confirmed that it's all arrived safely, and I've given it to the customer and that, handed it to him. And because I think initially it was supposed to be left at his door, but he came out. But, when, like I said, it was like 13.5, something like that, just under $14. And it was, it was a good amount to deliver that far. But catering orders tend to go up in price, and but like I said, like I was about to say, I wish DoorDash, really wish they would do it, is that they would tell us exactly how much it is when we take the order, because there's too much messing about. And I would have liked to have thanked the guy for the tip that he gave us, because it was very, very generous. That was very generous. It turned out to be a $41 delivery. That was nice. That was a very good start to the evening. And like I said, I really wish that I could have been thanked the guy for that. I mean, yeah, it was good conversing with him and such, but I didn't have any clue. None of us have any clues until we hit that confirm delivery button. And I really wish DoorDash would stop playing games with that, because maybe that pisses people off that they're not thanked or whatever for that generous tip. That was a very, very nice tip. Very nice of the guy. I mean, if he watches this, because he might see my flipping t-shirt, big thank you for that. That was very, very nice. And hopefully the food went down very well. Jack Stack is darn good food, I know that. Darn expensive too. And Jack Stack was packed. I mean, there was people waiting everywhere there. Everywhere. But, and we ended up going back to Jack Stack, I think, 3 times during the night. And all of them were flipping catering orders. Not all paying as generous as that one, but they were all catering orders. It was, did one from Firebirds. That was a catering order too. That went to Raytown. I had 2 deliveries, I think, that went to Raytown tonight. Not my normal happy place to deliver, but it was alright. But it's yeah, and done to Greenwood several times tonight too, and you know, we've been all over the place. It feels like I've been all over the place, but you know what? I filled up the tank before I left, before we got started tonight, or last night, keep getting past that, and so I filled it up. It was like 50 quid's worth, $50 worth. What's this? Uber earnings. Okay, it's grid. Yeah, the tracking service is just updated. The monies. Anyway, I'll tell you about that in a bit. But yeah, it's but I've done 130 miles tonight. It seems like I've done more. But we stayed within the zone. It was, I mean, we went out to Raytown. That's out of our delivery zone, really. It takes you into another thing, but we're not far out of it. And then we went down to Longview, but that's in our zone anyway. I mean, it's well in the zone. And then we done Greenwood a few times as well. So we've been like in and around, but went up and down delivering these catering orders. It turned out that it's probably the best Saturday night that we've had in a very long time, in months. I'd pretty much ruled out Saturday nights for being any good anymore, but it was, I don't know what was happening. Chipman Road is fully open now. Was everybody celebrating there? I've got a pleasure in driving up that road tonight. Oh, I wish I'd known earlier though, because I'd avoided going up there because I thought it was still closed. But yeah, we went up it tonight nice and smooth until you just past the old Jason's Deli, then it started getting a bit rougher. But, and they got nice, under the new bridge, they got these nice bright lights as well under there, which really could have done with it before. They're a definite advantage you're having under there. But yeah, so yeah, tonight was, or rather last night, although I did do some later, but anyway, rather last night, it was a very good night. Very busy. I don't think I stopped. Don't even think I stopped. If I did, it weren't long. It was just like running, get a drink, go loo, grab a drink, whatever, and then on the way again, off to another one. And they were all good paying orders. I didn't do it. Well, I think I'd done three orders, and that were under $10. That started under $10. That's unusual. But yeah, it was a busy night through town. I mean, they had the festival going tonight. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with this flipping phone? Just like to drive up and wait. I don't know what he does for a living. Sells bloody drugs, probably. Must be on them. talking about bloody idiots, you know, coming up, it's been a real great night, all night long. And we've been meeting some great, nice people and that. Delivered, some went to people's doorsteps, not many. Not many at all. Delivered to one that, it was an Uber one, I think. Yeah, Uber. And it said, you know, just leave on the doorstep. Okay. So I got up there and they got Halloween gear on there. And on the Uber app, it says, when you drop it off, it says, where did you leave the food? So, alright. Next to the scary dog, enjoy. I'll put it up now. Because they had this skeleton of the skeleton of an old dog. Yeah, part of their Halloween thing. So it's on their doorstep. I don't know, hopefully they got a few been laugh out of that. But so yeah, I think 1 or 2 orders I think done on Uber tonight. Grubhub, there was stuff that came through there, but I don't think I did any. But yeah, most of it was DoorDash tonight. But yeah, there was 1 or 2 orders on Uber Eats, excuse me. Yeah, dipsticks. Talking about flipping dipsticks. Coming home, you know, I was a little worse for the wear. I was getting very tired. We was down in Greenwood. We done a drop in Greenwood, and we were actually in Lee's Summit, further up at Langsford Road. When I took the order, I'd done a drop off, but they were paying so darn well that I drove down to Greenwood Sonic, pick up the Greenwood Sonic, and drop it at Lake Winnebago, which was probably 2 miles away. Well, to get down to that. No, it was less than that, 1.5 miles away. Anyway, but they were paying well. So I went and did that one. But I was questioning whether I should do, because I was feeling a little bit tired then. But, and you know, I started streaming and, oh jeez. Okay, it's got to flipping start giving up. But with me, I start getting second wind and all of a sudden I wake up again, and then I want to carry on and do some more. But anyway, dropped that one at Lake Winnebago rather, and then the app kicked us off. I guess it was our time when I said that I was going to end anyway. So kicked us off, and the map was all grey then. It was like, blimey, closed the flipping town down. It was grey, not just in Lee's Summit and other zones around Kansas City area. Anyway, it's alright. I said, I went into Quick Trip down there. I tried to go in and get something from the Sonic, but unfortunately they were actually closed at midnight rather than 1 o'clock when I thought that they closed. But anyway, they so I went a Quick Trip down there, and then carried on up to, I'd switched the app back on. I said I'll switch it back on because now it's just come up, it's lit up again, it's gone red, it's gone busy, we're now back on another peak pay or whatever. Okay, so I'll switch it back on. I said to the wife, I'll just have it on as we go through the town, just in case something comes in that's going to be worthwhile. Maybe it's going our way home or something. Anyhow, come back through the back street, come back up 291, through Bailey and up Hamblin Road past Perkins, up over the bridge on 291, into 291 then. And then there was hardly anyone there. And just got out, just before the petrol station, out the road at the petrol station, I could hear this revving. Oh, what the hell? And I look in the mirror and there's these lights that are flipping about blinding me. And I could see it flipping popping. There's an idiot in a flipping truck. Right, someone's let their flipping kid flipping use their truck or something. Or it's just a dipstick flipping driving it. Someone either drunk or in just totally stupid. Maybe they were drunk and stupid, which means that they're just stupid or vipping dry drunk. And I could see them trying to vipping, revving it up there, right up my backside. And like, this idiot wasn't even there before. And then, big bug. And then it goes, and I didn't bother about it. I thought, oh, maybe it's going in the petrol station. I was just a fool. And then it went around us, and it's got these wide wheels. It's lifted up a bit, and it's got these wide wheels that come out a bit. And it goes past us, like it'd been screaming past us. Went between us and another vehicle that's in the other lane. About sideswipes us. I flashed my lights at it because it was absolute idiot. I mean, I hope it flipping went in a ditch further up the road and rolled over or something. Because and didn't flipping take anyone with it. Because whoever was driving that deserved to be off the road. And absolute fools. Absolute fools. They didn't need to be on the road. And there's never a cop around when you want it. I wish there was one, because I would have enjoyed seeing that idiot flipping pulled over. I wish I had the flipping camera on that could have, if I'd seen its registration by then, I would have, number plate, I would have just called it in. Called it, fool on the road, go deal with it. Before you have to deal with it, before it flipping kill someone on the road. Dummies, absolute dummies. But that was really the only letdown of the evening, really. The rest of it was all pretty good. When I delivered down to Greenwood at one stage, an order came in from Taco Bell down there. And I can't remember what I delivered down. Oh yeah, I delivered to a house, and I can't remember what, I think it might have been noodles. I can't remember what I delivered. No, it was a Wine Brothers. Took a Wine Brothers down there. And it was not Greenwood, it was just off of 150 and Pryor Road down there. I hadn't been up this road that I remember, but it was easy to find. And I guess down this road, and some of these roads are like, they're dark. I mean, they are well dark. It's like, how do anyone take their dogs for a walk out here? Jeez, can't see a sodding thing. Anyhow, go up this road, and it wasn't too far into the road that I had to go. And I was like, geez, it's going to be one of these houses that are not lit up that I've got to deliver to, innit? Anyhow, I suddenly get this glow or something, and then I barely see someone out there. And anyhow, the bloke he come up, he said he'd been trying to call me. I said, mate, I was driving, I don't take the calls when I'm driving. And he was thanking me, oh, well, thanks for delivering it, and patting me on the back, thank you. It's alright, no problem, hope you enjoy your food. Anyway, just about to pull away from there, and this order from Taco Bell comes in. Oh, crap, do I really want to put this on myself? So I gave them a try. The Taco Bell near Greenwood is not good. They got new staff, that's for sure, down there. But still, Taco Bell needs some work, needs some help. But anyway, food came out, and I did a stupid thing while I was there. Another order came in just before I got, because there were some people outside that were staff when I pulled up there, and I thought, oh, all right, maybe I'll be able to get in the lobby. No, as I got out, parked up, when I get out the van, she shouted out, are you DoorDash? Yes. Oh, you'll have to go through the drive-through, the lobby's closed. Shit. So I go through the drive-through, and then I had to go back and park where I'd parked in initially. They gave me the bloke's drink, whoever I was delivering for. And and then they said that they'll bring the food out. And then it tops out that I parked back where I'd initially parked in the beginning to go in the lobby, and the girl that had shouted over in the beginning said that what did she say? Oh, she just went in and figured I was there to pick something up, and went inside and waited around for a few minutes, and then she brought it out. I think her and some other one worker in there were just having a break, having some lunch or dinner or whatever it was. Anyway, but I'd picked up an order for Sonic while I was in just as I got into the drive-through, because Sonic was just down the road, and that one was actually going. The one I picked up from Taco Bell was going to be delivered 4 miles away, well, it weren't that far actually, in Greenwood, and then the one from Sonic was going back into town, up to Lee Summit near Langsford Road. So sorry, my iPad. It all got slowed down a tad, but I managed to deliver the Sonic food before it was due to be delivered. Still, it was supposed to be delivered by 11:27, I think is what it said, and I still managed to get there at 11:15. Anyway, once you get the food on board and go whiz up 291 and such, it ain't such a problem. Oh, cops just drove by. A little bit flipping late. You missed the fool. They're driving's pretty slow, aren't they? They missed the idiot. I've got a thing come out. So what I said there is that the little while ago was that the tracking app. On the tracking app, it tracks you in miles, etc., and you can put in your expenses like petrol and such for the day, and it tells you how many hours you've been on, etc. And it also, like the one of the ones I use, I think you can actually use it on the other one, which is what I've had from the start, but that one wasn't all that reliable, so I ended up getting two, and I used 2 of them. But one of them, I've got my account, my Uber Eats, my Grubhub, and my DoorDash accounts are all linked to it. So all the money's whatever I make total on that every night or every shift, whatever. What the heck is that? Oh, a couple of sensible motorbikes, not like dumbass across the road. But yeah, it was a good night. I don't even think I saw one dog all night, except for that one, the skeleton, that scary one. But so I didn't get my arse bit, so that was good. That's always a good day, isn't it? Well, it is for me. But yeah, it was it was a busy night. Definitely busy night. I barely stopped, but just kept on going. No, there was also every time we had to have a break for whatever reason, I'd click on Messenger or text, converse with a few people. I was conversing with Jeremy, who I spoke about on here, who popped his head into the Mint, another DoorDasher. Been chatting back and forth with him the last few days, catching up, talking about British shows. That was how we got started. He actually delivered to me over the holidays last year or this year, I'm not sure whenever it was, but over the Christmas holidays. And he'd seen the number plate on the back of the van because it was parked up in the driveway, and he was he was immediately knew what the number plate meant, or the tag plate, whatever you call it. So I was pretty shocked at that when he knew that. But yeah, I guess he's a fan of the old English shows, of the British shows. So we were conversing back and forth about that. So if any of you are interested, you know, and you like the British shows, rather than rely on just PBS and KCPT, etc., or you've got BritBox, BritBox. You can get it on the YouTube. You can get it on if you've got a Roku. It's a streaming channel, so you can download it on Roku. You can download it on your iPhone or your iPad or whatever else, right? Or you can watch it on your desktop too. I've got it on my desktop as well, and my laptop. Pretty much everything actually I've got it on. But that's real good because it's got like some old British shows like the Sweeney, which is an old cop show with the Flying Squad. And if any of you are into the British shows, you will definitely recognise two of the stars in that one. And when they were much younger, you got John Thor, and he was Inspector Morse, and he's much younger in that. And then you got Dennis Waterman, who you'll know from New Tricks. So, and if you really know your British stuff, Dennis Waterman from New Tricks and the Sweeney was also in a show called, a very long-standing show called Minder, and that's, if you ever watched that, that's pretty much how I flipping grew up with all of that. But yeah, there's some great shows on that, great, and old stuff that has never made it here on PBS that I've seen. Yeah, New Tricks is on there, but the thing I like about BritBox is, as opposed to watching them on PBS, etc., is that they're all in, you can watch them in order. Whereas if you watch it on KCPT, etc., they could be whichever ones they've been able to buy it, I suppose, I don't know. But they don't put them all in order, which isn't fun. But yeah, it's a good thing to get, and that's BritBox is only $6 or $7 a month. And I remember when I first got it, and it was when we first got the new telly. That was a few years ago now, and I just binge watched a heck of a lot of stuff when I got that. I was glued to that telly because I was watching lots of things on BritBox, heck of a lot of things. So look that up, it's well worth getting. So if you like that, there's lots of comedy on there as well. There's new stuff on there. There's lots of documentaries about the Queen on there, heck of a lot, and you'll learn a lot about her too. The funeral was on there, so you can watch that. It's all ad-free. None of that flipping when you watch the cable telly, where it seems like the program that you actually switched on to watch is actually seems like it's an afterthought. They spend more time on vipping ads than they do on the actual program that you wanted to watch in the first place. But anyway, yeah, so yeah, get that. BritBox, good. There's a couple others as well. I think Acorn is another one, which PBS actually, you'll see at the end of their shows, it says something about Acorn at the end of it, and they have a lot of good stuff on there. Actually, Nicholas Lindsay, who was also in New Tricks, and was also in a long-standing classic comedy show back home called Only Fools and Horses. Only Fools and Horses is on BritBox, but the what's it? I can't remember what the flipping name of the one I was about to show you that he's in on Acorn. I think it's My Sweetheart. Anyhow, that's a real fun show. He's like a TV repair bloke. This has gone way back a little bit. It's a few years old, quite a few years old now. But he goes way, so you'll see him younger. But and he goes off to pick up the telly or something, and he walks through this alleyway to go find someone's house, and all of a sudden he's gone back years. It's really, I'm not going to spoil it, but definitely go and have a look at that. That's on Acorn, or it was on Acorn, and there's other shows on there too. But I haven't got Acorn anymore, mainly because I'm paying for all these streaming channels. I just don't have the time to look at them. But I think that one used to be about $5 a month. It may have gone up by now, but it was about $5 a month, and that was it's got some shows on there too. Some of them are actually on BritBox, or they were. So yeah, if that's what you like, the British shows, then go do it. And again, it's all ad free, so you might even want to ditch your flipping cable telly flipping thing and just go for Wi-Fi, and you can watch all these things. And you can watch a heck of a lot of stuff on Prime Video, on Amazon Prime too. They got a lot of old British shows, like real old ones, like the old Top Gear. They're fun. You haven't got Jeremy Clarkson acting the complete buffoon in them, even though he's alright for some of it, but you just get used to it. But some of it, he's over the top, isn't he? But anyway, but yeah, you can go way back on those ones. Way back to when it was a sensible show, with cars that we didn't have to spend 150 grand or 250 grand or a few million. Yeah, all those cars are pretty nice to have for a little while, but yeah, they're not exactly flipping cars that you can use every day. Certainly can't use many of them to go outdoor dashing, although it would be fun if you can fly down there in a McLaren or something. That would be fun. Imagine delivering flipping someone's DoorDash in a McLaren. Oh, that would be fun. Anyway, all right, well, really, yeah, nothing else to report. Just to again say thanks to everybody for all the orders that we had yesterday. Crikey, look, it's been nearly 1:45 in the morning. Oh gosh. And I've got my second wind now, and I've been woken up a little bit more. It's great. I have to go put the telly on so I can bore myself to sleep now. Yeah, so yeah, big thanks to them, and once again, a shout out to Kathryn. If you've made it through the video, you need to salute you for that, because maybe you just put you to sleep. I don't know. That's always my for entertainment. I've done my job by making you all fall asleep. Anyhow, where is he? Oh, I suppose I should flip and talk to him. Okay, so as some of you have noticed lately, I've had the little friend here. If you're going to have to say a few words. Here he is. Paddington. Oh, bloody wide awake, isn't you, Paddington? He's been right up front today, and he sits on the windscreen a little bit, on top of the dash in the corner there. So he gets to see things up close. I think he gets a bit scared at times. You can hear a squeak every now and again. I'm sure that's him. It's either I don't know if it's squeaking from his rear end or what, but anyway, he, whoops, up there, push, down, up. He's doing his exercises now. Anyway, so yes, you know, if you like the video, please go ahead, like, subscribe. Oh, good grief, hang on. What? Yes. You could tell him yourself. Anyhow, he says, like, subscribe. And click the bell icon. He sounds a bit weird. He shouldn't sound like that. Must have a flipping virus or something. Anyway, alright. Apparently I've got to go make another marmalade sandwich. Give me these bloody sandwiches. Anyway, yeah, like he said, like, subscribe, click the bell icon. This way you'll get warned when I put some more videos out. You can all run off screaming or whatever you want to do. And leave a comment below if you got any questions or whatever you want to talk about. If you got any questions about doing the job, or if you got any questions about the madness of me talking to Paddington, whatever you want to chat about, as long as it's nothing flipping stupid, nothing inappropriate, because I really don't care about them. I mean, if you don't like the channel, then why did you sit here for nearly an hour to watch me ripping rabbit one? Alright, anyway, yeah, and if you think it was entertainment for yourself, it's good. I'm here to entertain, give people a laugh, and you think it's that good, just share it with your friends, family, or if you didn't think it was that good, share it to someone that you don't like. Anyway, thanks for watching, and no doubt I'll have another video up. I'd say tomorrow, but this one will be up here today, and whatever time I get finished with on today's video, oh, I don't know, at some stage there'll be another one soon. Alright, thanks for watching, have a good night or morning, and hope you all have a pleasant Sunday. Hopefully all the early morning dashers, early dashers get out and earn a few quid, dollars, whichever. And yeah, thanks for watching. Cheers, ta-da.